Welcome back, everybody, to the Timeless Podcast with your hosts, with the most, George Tucker and Alex Kingdom. Today, we're going to be talking about the penultimate episode of Series 12 of Doctor Who.
Can you remember the title?
It was, it was Ascension of the Cybermen.
Congratulations.
Boom.
Yay.
Remembered it.
Today we got some news.
Sorry, I'm just moving my mic.
Some very, very cute merch to go through as well.
I just want to point out that I did just move my mic and I knocked everything off my desk. So if you do hear that, that's what that was.
No, we have some very cuddly merch to go through with some other really
cuddly
cool
merch?
You know what we're talking about.
Do I?
Do you not? You saw this today.
Okay, I know what. Yeah, I know.
We're definitely talking about this.
I know what we are talking about, and I'm hyped.
But George, how are you? First of all,
I'm all right. Yeah. I want to apologise to all of our fans for me having just to move my mic and cause a bunch of noise. But yeah, I'm okay. I am good. I'm going to be drawing again today.
When do you not draw?
If you want to watch the creation of the thumbnail,
Just remember that won't be in real time, so you can't listen to the podcast and watch that. That's a time lapse that will be sped up. So
they did not need to know that.
I mean, to be fair, some people I would quite like it in real time.
No. No way.
Because it would take absolutely ages to post.
It would literally be like uploading 6-hour videos, I will be honest.
I mean, not with my new awesome BT fibre.
No, it would be. It would actually be uploading 6-hour videos, even with that fibre.
Oh, no, because you do it post after the podcast, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, he has to continue it on. Have you watched anything, done anything? How many times have you seen Sonic in cinemas?
I've only seen it once. I still think it's really great. And a bunch of people I've spoken to agree with me. So, just because you don't like video games...
I do like... Where has this come from? I do like video games. I just don't like the same video games as you.
Well, that's because you have poor taste when it comes to games.
I just love a good sports sim. There's nothing better than a Wii
Oh
Sports.
my god! Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
I just realised that all the games I play, the sports sims, or
oh god, that's the worst. Oh my god.
Or actually, no, there is some taste.
Play a Zelda game. For God's sake.
There is some taste that breaks through because I played Spider-Man. I'll be getting the new Marvel's Avengers game coming out as well this year for sure.
You played Spider-Man because I told you it was coming out.
No, I got it because my cousin was really cool.
Okay.
Get this, and I was like, it's gonna be shit because every superhero game is shit and was up to that point, unless it's Lego. Yeah, it was really good, and I'm gonna get.
Have you ever played a Batman game?
I got the Arkham trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played Arkham Knight, Arkham
What, you
Origins.
didn't enjoy them?
No, but I don't count those as superhero games.
But they are superhero games. It's a Batman game.
I don't enjoy them as much as I did a Spider-Man, but then again, though, I have negative opinions on Batman as a character.
Well, everybody else now has negative opinions.
Well, I'm excited for the Rob Battenbat version, which is actually a thing.
Rob Battenbat, yeah.
I did Google it. And I'm excited for that. I think I'm excited for that. Matt Reeves, who directed Planet of the Apes, as well, could be really good. So have you watched anything? Done anything?
I have recently been watching The Witcher on Netflix.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's actually very, very good. I know a little bit about the Witcher series. These ones are like based after the books rather than the games, which I commend massively. So yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying it at the moment. Going through it slowly but surely. I'm on like episode 3 at the moment. But yeah, really, really enjoying it so far.
Nice. I've started watching a TV show that was in the UK probably a while ago called The Mighty Boosh.
The Mighty Boosh is great.
It's so stupid. If you guys don't know, it's Noel Fielding and another guy. Essentially it's just a sitcom with complete wild and weird things going on. So in episode 1 there's a boxing match between a kangaroo and a dude, and he's trying to beat the kangaroo to get this woman to like him or whatever. and Noel Fielding has to use some form of magic or something. It's ridiculous. It's brilliant. It's ridiculous. But if you're not into zany television, then I wouldn't.
If you're not into British comedy, then good luck, basically.
It's very trend. It's very Brexit. No.
Oh my god.
But one thing I did watch that I found abhorrent was I watched Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway.
Is that back on telly, is it?
Yeah, it was about this Saturday.
I didn't know that.
The only reason I watched it is because they obviously they do these like filmic series in between. They'd have this like bit where there's this entire plot and it's all filmic.
Yeah, Who Killed Simon Cowell and all of that stuff.
And this series one is starring Richard Ayoade, so I was like, I'll check it out.
Really?
Richard Ayoade did it. It's cracking. But then they decided that. I was like, right, so let's go. I was like, let's think about who they got on. They had that Camilla. Oh god, I'm not the mic. My apologies. They had that Camilla Cabello woman who did like the announcing, and I was like, whatever, nothing to me, that's fine. And then they had Mark Wahlberg doing the in your ear thing. I was like, that can be pretty funny, and it was the only decent part of the show. And then in the finale, they had the Pussycat Dolls in 2020. And it's like, where she was when you have Camilla Cabello, who is a much more prominent singer. I don't know why the ITV just didn't go, we'll put her at the end.
Yeah.
Instead, genuinely, 42-year-old Nicole Scherzinger was coming out with essentially her breasts out. And the plot of the episode, I say plot, but they were trying to make sure the Pussycat Dolls were censored. And the joke at the end was to do that, Ant and Dec got naked at the end. And there you go. That was some of the worst television I watched this week. But the Mark Wahlberg stuff was really funny. It was around his restaurant and he had to be like really touchy-feely with the customers. But that's probably all pre-planned and shit anyway. But no, apart from that, I haven't.
Sounds a bit dodgy to me, mate.
I haven't really done much apart from watch my regulars. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is obviously back on air at the minute, so I've been getting into that.
Yeah, I haven't been. I've been catching up with Series 5. Yeah.
You're still a season and a bit behind.
Yeah, I am.
But it's coming out on Netflix in March. Anyway, George, do you want to do? We've got some news. Do you want to do ratings news, or do you want to do?
We always do news first. Let's do news first.
Well, there is some news first. So we'll go with Ascension of the Cybermen. So Ascension of the Cybermen was watched by. I'll actually let you take a guess.
I'm gonna say 5.4 million.
3.71.
That's not very much.
However, it did keep 19.1% of the total viewing figures. Top for the day was Call the Midwife once again with 6.29.
Of course it was. It's the shittest show.
Country File somehow had 4.84.
What? How did Country File beat Doctor Who? Guys, come on. Get some taste.
And then the return of Last Night in Tango and Halifax.
Last Night in Tango in Halifax.
The return of the Last Tango in Halifax had just about 5 million, and Endeavour on ITV1 had 3.93.
Endeavour is a very good TV show. I commend that for getting that many. That's
Doctor Who was dead on the 50th most watched programme for the week.
Wait, what's that?
It was the 50th most watched programme. 50th? Yeah.
We're usually at like 16, aren't we?
No, God no. Right, anyway, what do you think about the 7-day figures for The Haunting of Villa Diodati? Bearing in mind that one had 3.89 going.
See, I'll be honest, mate. I don't usually listen when you actually list these bits out.
Well, just take a guess. Like, I'm done.
I'm gonna say 7 million.
5.07 million.
Oh, see, I got as close.
Sure. But no, this put it from the 52nd most watched to the 31st most watched across all television channels for the week, and that allowed it to have a 22.9 audience share of the total TV audience. Top for the week was White House Farm on ITV with 8.57. The top BBC programme was Death in Paradise with 8.04.
Death in Paradise, another good show.
But the main thing here was the appreciation index out of 100 was 80, and that is the third highest for this series. So we're not doing too bad. So overall, those figures, they're kind of consistent. I'll be honest. Okay. We've been around the 5 million and 20, like 5.20 mark the entire season. I expect Ascension of the Cybermen to do the same, roughly near about. To be fair, there is a statistic that this is the most consistent series of figures that we've ever had, because there's only been just about 1 million drop-off overall. It's like the entire,
Yeah.
which is good. It's good.
It is.
These figures aren't anything to worry about. When White House Farms only got 3 extra million. Plus, I think Doctor Who's got more of a worldwide appeal. Speaking of not worrying, though, we've got an article here. I'm getting this from Digital Spy,
Indeed we do.
so
Yes.
don't take it with a massive pinch of salt. However, someone from the BBC, Piers Wenger,
what did you just call me?
Piers Wenger said.
Oh, he's got a funny name.
Okay, so Piers Wenger said.
His surname's Wenger.
Yeah, like the
Oh,
Arsenal
mate.
manager, Arsene Wenger. So this guy.
This guy.
So he had worked on Doctor Who himself for many years, and I can honestly say I don't think it's been in better health in terms of its worldwide appeal. I think it's fantastic. The production values obviously have never been better. And then he goes on to say, labelling the show as incredibly important for the BBC is paramount. We have fewer shows that do better than Doctor Who in every single aspect of what the BBC want, and I think it'll be a very long time away from resetting it at this point.
So Doctor Who's staying, guys. Yay.
It's a team.
It's not going to get cancelled anytime soon. Yay.
I don't think it
We
needs to
all
be.
remain in the job.
I'm just saying, I
Yay.
think this isn't constant, kind of like, obviously, recency bias. I think Series 12 has been really, really strong.
Yeah, so do I. I think it's been great. I was thinking about this when I was rewatching this episode. I was like, you know what? There is not an episode in this series that I've absolutely hated.
I'd say this is up there with 3, 4, and 5 for me. That's like the golden age of Who.
Golden age of modern, yeah.
You can skip out the specials; they're all rubbish.
Oh, piss off! The specials are great.
I don't like.
What would you prefer? Another hiatus with nothing, or a hiatus with 5 specials?
Depends how good the specials are. I wouldn't want crap Doctor Who for the sake of it.
I would.
Of course you would, because you're a fanboy. But no. Also, mate, we got some big news in the realm of Torchwood this week. Back on iPlayer. Huge
Yeah,
news.
and
Huge.
then there was a sneaky post by
Mr. T
Russell
Davies,
Russell himself.
Big Russ, the
Big
T,
Russ.
the Big T.
He's a wilderness explorer, and he put on his Insta a little hint at something coming in the future.
I mean,
Which was basically that Torchwood might be coming back.
I
in the
mean,
future.
genuinely, I think it all depends on the iPlayer ratings. I've dipped into a few apps on this week on iPlayer. I assume you didn't hear about this until right now, so you haven't dipped in your toes in. But you don't own Torchwood, do you?
I own the first series, yeah.
Well, have you watched any of it?
Yeah, of course I have.
Well, now would be a good time to go to series 2, 3, and 4. Unless
Yes.
if you haven't seen series 2, 3, and 4,
I haven't, no.
well, no, this would be the best time, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So wait, you ended it on series 1 when it's like Agadon or whatever his name is,
Yeah.
and you ended series 2 is the best.
Look,
one.
yeah, I
Martha's
know. I just haven't gotten around to it, I'll be honest.
Martha's the best. Martha's in it, and that's great.
I know Martha's in it, yeah.
But no, series 2 is probably the best, and then Children of Earth's got Capaldi in it, and that's great as well.
Yeah, he plays, like, what is his name? Malcolm Tucker or something.
That's the guy from the thick of it. He plays John Frobisher in Torchwood.
But Frobisher is the penguin that followed the 6th Doctor around.
Yeah, I know. Descendant of Frobisher the penguin, Peter Capaldi.
Peter Capaldi's not a
no,
penguin.
I just want to take a few minutes to say, would you like Torchwood to come back?
Yes.
Obviously, we want a spin-off, but is there space for it? I know, obviously, we made a joke, I think, in episode 2. We're on episode 5 now, which is mental to me. But who would you think would make the cut? Obviously, Barrowman is Captain Jack, for sure.
They'd get Gwen Cooper back and then they'd fill in a new cast, I reckon.
Do you think we'll see Reese back?
No.
So somehow you think that they're just going to discard Gwen's husband from the series? They'll be like, nah, we don't need you, mate.
No, they might get him back. I don't know.
I mean, you haven't. Do you mind if I spoil it?
Yeah, go ahead.
So towards the end, he joins. He doesn't join the team, but he becomes aware and he starts to kick a bit of ass.
I know.
So
That's
maybe,
not a spoiler, mate.
But then, obviously, everyone's gonna be thinking Martha and maybe getting Mickey in it and all. But I just can't not help but think Two Girls Roman needs a team.
Yeah, exactly.
To go Roman with.
Torchwood roaming.
Torchwood is roaming. I could just imagine a scene where she tries to flog it and Jack's like, "You can't flog down here."
No, you can't flog. Yeah. Mate, don't flog the Weavers.
I'm just saying, if that sex scars don't come back, what is the point? But obviously with Torchwood, obviously there's a lot of buzz. Would you say one series or just keep bringing it back forever long?
I don't care.
You know?
Just bring it. Just genuinely, just bring it back. See how it does. If they make one series, that's one more series that we have that we didn't before. If they make two, just put it modern day with the 13th Doctor.
In terms of like programming, do you put it on BBC One?
Oh, you'd put it on the off like 9 o'clock programming on BBC One whilst Doctor Who isn't on.
Because BBC Three isn't on at the minute, isn't around anymore, is it? Rest in peace. But so obviously that was where it originally was. Yeah, I'd say so. I'd say maybe in like, if you're gonna do Doctor Who in January, an autumn show would be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
And then maybe that could lead into the special. I don't know. I feel like there's something up the sleeve. I feel like all the fact of Torchwood coming, being on iPlayer, I don't feel they did this for no reason. I don't think they just went, yeah, let's just put it on. I think they're trying to create some buzz.
Yeah, of course.
And I think that we're all going to be excited for when Torchwood eventually does come back. But I don't know whether I'd want it back.
Yeah?
Obviously, I love me a spin-off. I really thought we were going to get a Paternoster Gang spin-off, but we got bloody Class. I just could do an entire episode on Class at one point, to be fair.
Did you watch it all?
Did you sit through it all?
I sat through the first couple of episodes, yeah.
I sat through it all, and then the Weeping Angels were kind of coming.
Yeah, they sort of came in at the end, and then were not used at all.
It obviously didn't get renewed because it was shit.
Well, I thought the first couple of episodes were alright.
Yeah, But
I feel like the fact that they needed to bring in Peter Capaldi in the first episode to be like, yes, this is a Doctor Who spin-off.
It's because it was iPlayer exclusive, wasn't it? They were trying to get...
Yeah, well, it wasn't iPlayer exclusive. It was on BBC Three when BBC Three was online. That's not iPlayer. That's completely different.
Okay, well, the same sort of thing. You know, still online exclusive, and they were trying to get as much buzz as possible.
Yeah.
And you know, this was, I believe, if this was in between Bill and Clara, wasn't it? That this particular.
Yes. Yeah, because the Doctor sort of walks in to Coal Hill and looks at a board and it says Clara Oswald, and he gets all like,
I can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
And then the one thing that was sad for me is that the blooming headmaster from Caretaker gets killed.
I know.
It's really sad.
I know, he gets brutally murdered, doesn't he?
But no, I don't know that I want Torchwood back. I mean, if I'll take it, don't get me wrong, especially if I'm living in Cardiff. George would be like, are they filming? And I'll be sending him selfies of me just on the set. Be like, what's up, boy?
You wouldn't be cool enough to be doing that.
No, not working on it, just being a fanboy outside.
Maybe then. Who knows?
I get my photo taken with Barrowman, be like, hey John, what's up? Big fan. Anyway, speaking of big fan, do you want to get into steelbooks or do you want to get into cuddly toys?
Steelbooks.
So I showed you this recently when we were in a restaurant, to make ourselves sound more fancy. What do you think? Do you remember what it looks like? Because I showed you it briefly. Do you want me to send you another photo of the Series 12 steelbook?
No, I remember it. It's all orange and stuff, isn't it?
It's all orange. Yeah, it's pretty orange.
It looks awesome.
Are you going to be picking this one up? I know you haven't indulged in the steelbooks.
I probably won't be. I'm probably just going to get a regular old Blu-ray of the series.
Sad times.
Yeah, it's just I don't see the point in them.
What?
I don't see the point in them.
Are you mad? They are the most beautiful things on the planet.
You obviously need to get out and about a bit more and see the world, because there's more to life than steelbooks.
Yeah, there's porridge, but I tried to think of the most bland thing in the world, and I chose porridge. But pancakes, there you go. Disgusting things.
No, they're not. We're recording this on Pancake Day, and I'm waiting for my pancakes, mother.
I'm not getting any pancakes. They're absolutely wretched.
Well, I think you're absolutely wretched, but I still do a podcast with you.
A bit far.
No, it's not.
By the way, I want to apologise for last week if any viewers, because that was our second most watched podcast so far. If any of you guys thought that we were just having a go at each other for...
We were actually having a go at each other.
We weren't in the best mood that day.
We secretly hate each other.
Yeah, we don't speak in person.
There's more truth behind that than you. No, I'm joking. Yeah,
but this has just been...
No, it was all joking.
Yeah, we're always joking. We're always, two lads roaming and all that.
Fuck off.
But no, I'll definitely be picking this steelbook up. It looks amazing. I love the steelbook.
Yeah, it looks really great.
Recently picked up my Series 5 one. I don't understand why you don't like steelbooks. They're much better than the regular Blu-ray release.
They do exactly the same thing.
But they're only an extra couple. Do you not like the physical copy?
Also, right, no, I haven't been collecting them. If I get one now, it's just going to look out of place. That's that. That's the end of the conversation. If I get one now, it's going to look out of place, and I'm going to end up spending hundreds of pounds on bloody steelbooks. I don't want to live like that.
I don't want to know what love is.
I don't want to know what love is. Is that what you just said?
Yeah, because you don't know.
I don't want to know what love is out there.
Anyway, George, are you ready to get onto cuddly merch?
Yes, cuddlies.
Do you know what these look like? Because I know you saw...
Yeah, I know what they look like.
The Build-A-Bear 13th and 10th Doctor. What do you think?
They're stupid, isn't it? So Build-A-Bear, I've noticed, have been getting a lot of endorsement from just random places. There's Pokemon Build-A-Bears now. There's Batman Build-A-Bears. You can get a Build-A-Bear Joker, like...
As in the R-rated Joker?
Yeah. Like it was like Heath Ledger style Joker.
Oh, no, so not the R-rated one. I was about to say that.
No, it wasn't like Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah, that's
but it was like the Joker, as in like it's a white bear with scars on it, like.
And also, I wouldn't be showing my 6-year-old The Dark Knight.
No, exactly. I feel like they're for collectors, really. But
I mean, these I could see someone, if they want to dosh out the birthday money and pick themselves up, pick their kid
Doctor
up or
Who.
something. No, but for a little kid, this could be awesome. Have a little Jodie or a little Tennant.
A little Tennant.
But I have an issue with these. I don't know why I'm having an issue with Build-A-Bear. But I don't know whether you think this, and you could point this out to me. But essentially, guys, with these figures, with these bears, you get a few accessories. So I'll run through them quickly. So with the Jodie,
yeah, there's a little plushy sonic screwdriver in there.
Yeah. So with the Jodie figure, you get the boots, you get her overalls, her trousers, her coat, and the Sonic. But with David, you get his sand shoes, his blazer, his tie, and all that. And his Sonic, but you also get the 3D glasses. And I have an issue with this. Because why do they keep showing David Tennant with 3D glasses?
Because it's an iconic scene, isn't it?
But he wore them once. Did he only wear them once? Twice?
Oh yeah, it was once. It was 100% once. But no, it's supposed to be an iconic scene.
I get it. I get it's iconic, but still, like, I wouldn't. My mind doesn't go to David Tennant 3D glasses. That's just my personal opinion on the matter. I don't see Tennant as like wearing that. It's
like Matt Smith, didn't always wear a fez, but it's iconic to his Doctor.
He wore the fez a lot. He wore the fez a lot more than Tennant wore the 3D glasses.
Yeah, I know, but the 3D glasses, it was an iconic scene. It was the Void stuff. Everybody loved it. Just go with it, mate. Honestly, I think it fits.
I think you're wrong.
Because David Tennant didn't have that many costume variants.
No, he didn't.
And also, you can't necessarily distinguish a bear wearing a suit to be the 10th Doctor. You need that distinguishing thing. And that for that, the 3D glasses is that.
Also, last bit of news on merch. Even a lot of merch this week. I've seen.
Yes.
It's now finished that the Series 12 Season 12 Collector's Edition re-release is now out of stock before it's even been released.
Is it?
So I've got it on pre-order, so I've already got mine.
They might cancel that depending on.
No, I got mine.
How many?
I got mine.
Have you actually got yours?
I got mine ages. I got it first day it was out, so there's no way they're cancelling mine. As soon as they announced this thing, I was all over the pre-order, mate. I'm not missing out on these collector's sets. They are the best thing that they release. I love these collector's sets.
I love these collector's sets.
It's a good sign though for the future of Who that it's out of stock before it's released. That's mad.
Oh yeah,
that's crazy. Obviously we got the new one coming out, which is also out of stock, I believe. The one that's coming out in 2 months' time. I'm gonna quickly hop on Amazon because I want to get my season numbers correct because I care about this stuff. Doctor Who, the collection. Gotta love Amazon. Yeah. So season 14 is out of stock as well, and that is being released in April on April 20th. So cool. Now you can still get yours from zoom.co.uk, which is where I pre-order from anyway. But if you want to get the new season 14, which has Talons, has Robots to Death, essentially the Assassin episode, just brilliant, just great series. Pick that up on zoom.com. I'm yet to pre-order mine on Zoom though. I might do that after the pod actually. I need to pick that one up because obviously you haven't indulged in these sets. Is there any reason why you haven't?
They're too expensive and they make regular people go mad.
What do you mean? People just like
but you're going mental about this
because it's brilliant.
I'd prefer to just get them on either DVD or regular Blu-ray. I don't really care about the cover. They're going to be going on a shelf anyway, and I'm only going to see the spine. So
I mean, the cover for the collector's sets isn't really the main thing. It's the extra special features. Which,
yeah, but I wouldn't want to, you already own those episodes, most likely. So what's the point in spending £45 on...
the special features and the updated graphics.
On the special features.
And the updated graphics.
Which don't add anything to the story.
No, I just like Blu-ray, and I like the sets, and I like the artwork by Lee Binding. I don't put mine on the shelf sideways. I keep mine out on display, all nice and lovely, along with steelbooks.
Just for the context, I've seen that display. It's literally the bottom shelf of a bookcase.
It's because I need to reach them. Being in a wheelchair is tough. That's the only disabled thing I use to get my own way. No, I really enjoy these sets. I think it's really cool. I'm not a collector of figures like you, but
I'm more of a merchandise rather than a disc collector. I think that's the key thing there. If there's, I've got my eye on that new Jodie Whittaker TARDIS. You know, I really want to buy it, but I've seen reviews and everything, and it's similar to just the B&M sets. So I might just buy a B&M set and repaint it.
But the thing for me is that I love these sorts of things. I love Big Finish. I have a lot of Big Finish, a lot of backlog I need to get as well. I mean, I know you kind of indulge in Big Finish, but when you've done that,
I do sometimes. Yes,
you've done that via Spotify. Would you ever be interested in getting the big collector sets?
They're normally a lot
cheaper. They're normally a lot.
I was going to say I would be very much so, and I have had my eye on a couple before. But you know, if there's Big Finish audios on Spotify that I already pay for that I haven't listened to, then I don't see a point in buying new ones unless it's a story that really interests me. If I had the money, I'd buy a lot of the 8th Doctor stuff just because, you know, the 8th Doctor isn't necessarily a Doctor that we have a lot of.
No, and I don't think we're ever going to get some, unfortunately. I mean, obviously Big Finish, you can call it canon, but there's a lot of up and arms about...
I would really love, and I've said this before, not on the pod, but I've said this before. I would really love just an animated series of Paul McGann's Doctor. Just an animated series. I don't even care if you take the Big Finish and animate over the top of them. I just really like that.
Bring in Sheridan Smith again.
yeah. I just really like an animated series, maybe like on Netflix or something like that. I don't really care.
On BritBox these days, wouldn't it?
On BritBox, yeah, on BritBox.
Would you pay for BritBox though if they released this series?
Hell's yeah. If they had actual content that wasn't just Faulty Towers,
look at our library.
Look at our library that has been on TV for years and years and years. Don't you want to buy?
In the words
if you go, you buy.
In the words of George Tucker,
you
buy.
I hate you. Oh, I hate you so much.
So guys, hang on, a bit of context because you've done
we're not giving any context to that joke.
You've done me.
We are not giving any.
You've done me in so many times.
No, we are not giving any.
Absolutely,
because I hate that animation.
You've done me in so many times. I'm doing it. I
do not care. I'm going to continue talking over the top of this. I mean, you could just edit this bit out of me being make it slightly quieter. But I don't care.
So George,
no, you're not. No.
I mean, you're more welcome to tell the story.
It's not even that bad. I just don't like the animation at all, and it's a weird racist stereotype. At the time, stop it.
So at the time when George was starting to do animation, at the time when George, I could just you do realise there's separate audio tracks. I just muted your audio track. So when George started animation, he used to have something called For those of you that can't actually hear George, I mean, he's just saying no a load of times.
You just make it slightly quieter.
No, I'm muting you. I'm muting you
completely. No, don't mute it. Just make it slightly quieter so that they can hear you.
So you had
funnier. Stop it! No.
So we had a door-to-door salesman.
I'm asking you not to.
And I've asked you many times and you've done it anyway.
No,
so
you would never. If you ask me not to do something, I will not do it because I respect you as a human being.
Fuck off!
He does not respect me as a human being, people.
Respect my authority. But no, he used to have a character called door-to-door salesman.
Listen.
He had a character called door-to-door salesman.
No!
Who wasn't a racist stereotype of anyone whatsoever. And when we were doing this animation, he'd go to the door and he'd go, "You buy?" Hang on, get it right. "You buy?" George hates it. I think it's the funniest fucking thing in the world. So George, any other racist things you want to quickly get off your chest before we move on? Oh, he's actually gone. I don't know if he's muted himself, but he's disappeared. George is actually gone. Oh, he's here. He's back. He's alive. How you doing?
I hate you.
I know you do. It's a love-hate relationship. It's a thing.
No, it's a hate-hate relationship. I hate you as much as you hate me. There's no love involved.
Pokemon.
No, I hate you and you hate me. You're my Pokemon.
Pokemon.
You're gonna fight for me in the Olympics.
Fight for you?
In the Olympics.
Why would I fight for you?
Because you're my Pokemon.
I thought you were the Special Olympics. Did you just say it?
I said in the Olympics, the regular Olympics. Why did you get the Special Olympics?
You get out, and I had a split before the Olympic word. I thought you said Special Olympics. But no, we got one more bit of news. One more final bit of news for UK listeners only. This is because America, you've already got it. So shut up. But we did finally get.
We're finally free?
We did finally get our date for Disney Plus and the price and all that jazz. So I want to go over that.
What's the price?
Anybody interested? So right now we have.
What's the price?
Right now, because everything.
What's in the box?
What? Mamma mia! Now we go back to racist.
What was that? Why are you being racist all the time, man?
I turned into Gino D'Acampo.
It suddenly says random Australian. Australian? Italian, not Australian.
Oh my god, this has been the best episode yet.
We
talked about Build-A-Bear. We've talked about you being racist. We
talked about you being racist.
Special Olympics.
I didn't say Special Olympics, mate.
Anyway, we got a date for Disney Plus. Currently, the time until we get Disney Plus is 27 days, 8 hours, 11 minutes, and 15 seconds and counting from when we're recording this. And we can start streaming on the 24th of March. If you had your maths and you knew that, brilliant. Now, it's going to be $5.99 a month.
Oh, it's so expensive. Can we use multiple accounts?
Well, you're paying for it, mate. Cause,
yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah,
but if I'm watching Gravity Falls all the time, you ain't using it.
No, yeah, you can make multiple accounts for sure. They would have done a
cool. Can you use multiple accounts at the same time?
I'm fairly sure. Why not?
Good.
However, they have just released a limited time offer. If you wanted to go for the year bundle, you could spend $49.99 right now instead of $65.99, which would be the regular price for the year. So you're saving £15, and really, that's less than £4 a month.
Great.
Just about, which is a great deal. I assume you won't be taking it, you'll be paying the monthly.
I'll be paying the monthly because it seems like less.
Seems like less, but it's actually more. However, right, George, it's time for George's synopsis time of Ascension of the Cybermen.
George's TV synopsis time.
We need to,
right.
We need to fix the. We need to get you to actually record a soundbite over the top, so I can put that in all the time.
Yeah. The synopsis of this episode. We start off right. I want to talk about this transition into the title sequence.
In Time a Believer by.
But we start to see the leftovers of a cyber war, and there's a narration going on. I can't remember what it says, but he's there like,
no, hang on, it's like
everything is in the hands of a believer, and then a title sequence, blam. Then we're in this little Irish village with a little ginger baby. The little ginger baby's found on a path and nobody knows where he's from, but his dad, who doesn't age throughout the entire episode, basically it takes him in and it's like, I found him on the corner. And he
hang on.
They adopt him.
Hang on.
And then what?
That accent was such.
They found him on the corner.
That sounds more.
Did you say you found him in the path, Father? Yes, I found him in the path, Father. Anyway, so they say he's there like, top of the morning to you laddies. He goes, I found this baby. I found this baby in the woods.
Who knew that Jacksepticeye in Doctor Who this season?
So basically suddenly it cuts away and we see the Doctor, Yaz, Ryan and Graham, the Saint, the Doctor, Graham.
Another great transition, by the way, because there's a scene of the little kid being ill in the bed, and his mum goes, "Whose synopsis is this?" I'm just saying. She's like, if you don't get any better, if you don't get any better,
we'll have to call the doctor.
Damn, there's Jodie's face right there, Jodie.
He's like, if you don't get any better, we'll have to call the doctor. And then bam, it's Jodie.
This episode's gonna kill me.
Jodie.
Oh my god.
Jodie's all like, hang on. Jodie's all like, that's the last human settlement. And they go down, and suddenly there are cyber ships, and the last human settlement on this side of the galaxy is all like, there's cyber ships. Basically, they go to set some stuff up. It doesn't work. They get blamed for like the death of this little mute kid. And basically, the Doctor tells her companions, her fam, to leave. Just go, save themselves. Every man, woman for themselves. Every he/she for themselves. It's
what?
What? Whose synopsis is this, Alex?
This is ridiculous. Jesus Christ! I'm sorry, guys, for this, by the way.
I didn't mean he/she in a derogative term. I meant as in like male, female, whoever.
It's how sparing
anyway,
you're talking right now.
Huh?
Just how like weird you're talking.
Anyway, that's because it's my synopsis, mate. Calm down. You talk weird when you're on a podcast too. Anyway, synopsis. Where was I?
Yeah.
Every he/she for themselves. I remember. I don't need your help. Right. So Ryan gets split off from the other two. The other two find themselves with the rest of the humans as they are getting away in their little shuttle spinny ship. The Doctor taps Ryan on the shoulder and she's like, "What the hell are you doing here?" And then Ryan's like, "Oh, split up." And the Doctor makes a grenade. The Doctor makes a grenade. Another guy gets killed by the lone Cyberman. The Doctor saves this little genius kid. And they basically they steal a cyber cruiser. The other group with Yaz and Graham found themselves in the cyber war zone that the pre-title sequence was set in. They see this giant Star Destroyer, and they decide to try to get to it. They eventually get to it through some sort of miracle, and they find out that this entire ship is holding a bunch of brand new cyber warriors. And they're like, shit, better not touch them. But little do they know that the Cybermen who were after them before, they found them and they're on their ship and they are coming for them. And they know that the cyber warriors are new, spanking new, and ready to fight. Anyway, back with the Doctor. They're on this stolen cyber ship. And turns out that this little kid that the Doctor saved, he's a right little clever box. He knows how to hotwire a ship. He knows how to steal it. He knows how to pilot it. He knows how to plot a course. He is a little genius. I'm proud of him. He is a human, probably. Although he possibly is Time Lord. Who knows?
Who knows? Eh?
At this point in the series, who knows who's Time Lord and who's not? So yeah, basically, all in all, the Doctor and the kid and Ryan find the edge of the universe, which is a nice little bay. So that there, and this giant portal opens up. On the other side of the portal is none other than Gallifrey. Ba 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 ba. It's Gallifrey. But then the portal starts acting a bit weird.
That's not even the Gallifrey music. Oh my god.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. That's No, you're wrong. I can prove.
No,
that.
right.
You're wrong.
No, it's not.
Because the one is. That's not the same track. That's two different tracks.
Yeah, it is. In Hellbent, the Doctor is like it's whistling back.
The second track that you did was right.
Yeah.
But the first bit you did was not at the same track.
Right, no, in Hellbent, the song...
It's not on the same track as the...
In Hellbent, on Gallifrey,
it's not canon.
You hear that whistle.
It's not canon.
It is canon, mate.
No, that's not canon.
It is canon, mate. You just don't like that episode. Whose synopsis is this?
Go back.
It's mine.
Continue.
Gallifrey's back, and we and the Master hops through the portal.
Quite an entrance.
And... it's quite an entrance, and it's really nice. So the Master's back, and he's like, I told you, Doctor, everything's going to change from now. Because Yaz, Graham, and the rest of these humans are about to die due to these cyber warriors. And that's where the episode ends.
We pull to credits. Now, there's one thing in your synopsis you forgot to mention.
What?
Good old Brendan gets shot and survives.
Oh, right, yeah, so this little ginger kid, we see him growing up. I completely forgot about that. Back to the synopsis. Synopsis corner. We're back. The little ginger kid who we saw at the beginning, he grows up and we see his entire life. It's all nice. For some reason, his dad doesn't age. I want to point that out. His dad does not age throughout the entire thing.
Neither does his captain or whatever.
No, neither does his captain, which I have theories to. So basically, anyway, this kid becomes a guard of the village, basically, and he's chasing after a robber and gets shot off a cliff.
The same cliff from Broadchurch, by the way.
I thought it would be the same cliff from Broadchurch. And he wakes up on the bottom, like Jack usually does, which is another theory that my mum's had. Basically, he wakes up and he's like, and then he's like, where's the criminal? Let's go. He is not wounded from this drop off a cliff and a shot to the arm. He's not wounded at all. There's no bullet hole.
There's no gunshot, yeah.
He gets shot. That's the entire point.
Yeah, that's what
he gets shot off the cliff. There's no bullet hole.
Yeah.
Whose synopsis is this, Alex?
Well, you're not doing a very good job.
If I have to tell you another time, you're fired.
You're fired.
What?
What is? Yes, Alan Sugar.
Basically, we see this kid grow up, and his sort of story ends with his retirement, and he walks out of the building carrying this clock, this memorable clock, and
his dad and his head sergeant are there, and they say, "Excuse me, Brandon," which is his name. Brendan Urie. We need to see you. Yeah. I chimed in. You people never heard. Yeah. So he gets taken to the back room where they strap him to a chair, and they put something on his head. But what is it?
It's a birthday hat.
I have a theory about this, which I'd like to get into immediately, just because you're going to shoot it down anyway.
Can I calm down really quickly?
No,
please?
yeah, calm down, obviously.
That was the most stupid shit I've ever heard in my life.
Right, so my theory is that these people... Originally, my theory was that Brendan is the lone Cyberman, but I feel like that's too easy. And at the end, that device that they placed on his head looked very much like a chameleon circuit. And his chameleon arc, sorry. And those two guys, his dad and his sergeant, who did not age, I think this leads into a theory that I have had before, that the Time Lords have been genetically engineering other Time Lords, and that this entire place isn't Mondas, as people are suggesting, but is actually some sort of housing planet for Time Lords that they have captured, or something like that, or genetically engineered, and they have chameleon arced their heads so that they think they're human, and that's why his dad never ages, and that's why his sergeant never ages, is because they're still Time Lords trying to keep the peace. Boom. George theory. And that actually Brendan is the first roof doctor. But also that leads into another stupid theory that people have had, where in this episode Graham
let's talk about
I don't know. Can I finish my theory?
I know what you're saying.
At one point Graham says something. He says, "No, hang on, I'm the most normal man you'll ever meet." People have picked up on the fact that it sounds like he's about to say, "I'm the doctor." But it's absolute bullshit. But I think that he is I don't think, but I think it would be funny if he was an earlier incarnation or a later incarnation of the Roof Doctor, because they actually never met in that episode.
See, I just don't... That's not possible.
Why not?
Because first of all, right, like, first of all, it's bollocks. I'm talking about the...
Okay, why? Prove it wrong. I want actual hard fact. Prove it wrong.
I'm talking about the Graham theory here, not your Brendan
theory. Go on. Prove it wrong.
So the Graham, first of all, whenever we see a Time Lord that isn't actually has been changed and chameleon arced or whatever, when they go back to human, whenever they're around Time Lordy stuff, they have like flashes.
No, they don't.
Yes, they
not necessarily.
Yes, they do. Hang on.
Not necessarily.
Tennant in Human Nature and Jacoby in Utopia.
What about it? He literally had a screwdriver in front of him and he didn't figure it out. And also, David Jacoby's master had been human for ages, and thus when time travel was there, and also it was the master's consciousness in the back of his head.
Fine. Second of all, he's got mates who have definitely seen him age in normal time. We know Time Lords don't age in normal time, and we've seen younger photos of him with Grace, and he's never disappeared. Therefore,
have we seen younger pictures of him? Yeah, but also, Time Lords who are chameleon arced age like humans. That's why David Tennant had his entire future vision thing in that episode. So bullshit to your facts. He can age like any other person can.
Do you know what? It might be real, but it's definitely not. But
it's definitely not. But oh, what a theory! Make a video about that. You're looking at 1,000 views.
Right now, I did record the Graham Doctor theory.
Did you? I want you to re-record it and put that in, because I've just given you a bunch of new stuff.
Just be a part of the video, mate.
No, I don't want to have my name on that.
but okay, so let's talk about the Brendan theories first, I guess. I mean, since we're here. So first of all, in your theory, you're telling me that Brendan is not the lead singer of Panic at the Disco. Just getting that out.
No.
Just get that out of the way
I
right
beg to differ. I think that this is his earlier incarnation. No. He's not the singer of Thingy. I think he's a Time Lord.
I don't. I think there's two options. One, he is in fact the lone Cyberman, and we're on Mondas. If you guys,
yeah, but I feel like that's way too obvious.
Obvious sometimes is good.
No, it's not. Just because you think it's right doesn't mean it's good.
No, but there are some times where they've gone to subvert expectations just for the sake of it. It's been shit.
Yeah, of course.
So sometimes, obviously, I think this works better than going, actually, these are the first Time Lords, and the Time Lords, you know, I didn't think it would work. I mean, because that's not big enough for the Master to go, we're going to bomb the place.
Yeah, but the Master hates humanity.
No, but that's not enough. That's not enough. Because he's like, everything you know is a lie. It's got to be something bigger than just started off with, like, you know, there was this Irish kid who was human and now he's not. No, I don't believe it. So I'm going to go with he is in fact Ashad or something like that. Ashad, who is the lone Cyberman, for those who don't know the name. I'm going to go with that. We're on Mondas here, and what we're seeing is first cyber conversion. The beginning of cyber conversion, because it's shown that Brendan was very good at what he did. And
yes,
it was all about...
but...
No. Listen.
Okay, go on.
We all know that the Cybermen wanted to be perfect. They saw Brendan, he couldn't die, he was a brilliant cop. And maybe they just wanted to keep that, and this is how we start. And also, when he gets taken away at the end, he doesn't seem surprised. So something's going on here. He knows something's weird, and I don't know what's going on. However, he's some kind of patient zero for something. We know that. He's the first test of something. I don't want it to be, he's the first Time Lord, or he was an offshoot.
I don't think he's the first Time Lord.
But I don't see how he adds into the rest of the series then. Why? If he's...
That's why I think he's an incarnation of Ruth's Doctor, and that this is actually going to add on.
I don't see Ruth's Doctor won't be back this series, so.
With literally taking the next episode to Gallifrey.
Yeah,
anything could happen.
No Ruth's Doctor, I guarantee.
Anyway, so what I was going to say is that Big Finish is counted as canon, right?
Sort of. There was an issue after the Mary Shelley episode, because originally the 8th Doctor met Mary Shelley and the Cybermen, but now...
Okay, because I was going to say Spare Parts exists, where we hear the first cyber conversions, and we know that it happens gradually to an entire population. And also, that would be backed up by the Capaldi episodes, where they are on a ship, and that's where the cyber conversions also start to happen.
That's where Bill becomes a Cyberman.
And that's where Bill becomes a Cyberman. But those people in the chairs pressing the buttons being like, kill me, they're not yet Cybermen, and they become Mondasian Cybermen, the original Mondasian
That was a good
Cybermen.
impression, you know.
Thank you.
Can I get that one more time?
Kill me. We waited for you. I waited.
No. Good old Bill Potts. Didn't like her very much anyway.
I liked her. She was good.
Fernando.
Shut up.
He's not just sexy.
I'm not just sexy.
I just thought him and Capaldi had really good chemistry. Not in that way.
Yeah,
not in that way.
Great.
But I thought they had very good comedic timing. But no, do you want to talk about the rest of and then we'll bring it back to our final thoughts and theories going in. So can we just say how good the first 10 minutes of this episode were?
They're banging.
When the Doctor was on the planet, we don't know what it is. It's the last section.
It's not Earth. It's the first episode this series. Episode Earth. Woohoo!
Budget.
Unless they're actually Gallifrey's Earth.
So we beat Series 1. We got off Earth once. Yay! And it wasn't a space station. Yay! But so this first 10 minutes, in which it seems the Doctor, Yaz, Ryan, and Graham have come with defences, but then cyber drones, which are just these heads of the not cyber industry Cybermen, and they're just flying about and they can shoot blue beams. What do you think of the cyber drones? There's been a lot of controversy on the internet.
So I find them a bit tacky, but
I like the way that they were filmed. I do like the way that they were filmed. I like the fact that they used actual drone footage and actual racing drone footage as the cyber footage. I liked that added touch and everything.
I'm just saying, it's still better than flying Cyberman from the Capaldi era. That always that got on my nerves so much.
I agree with that.
But then the cyber drones, they just destroy all these defences that they got, and the Doctor tells the rest of the humans and the companions to go away, hide, and this happens in a brilliant moment where after their defences are all destroyed and some idiot humans have ran away and got themselves killed, one that didn't talk very much.
He was a mute. That's the mute I was talking about in my synopsis corner.
And his brother. I don't remember any names from this episode, I'll be honest.
No, I don't really think they would give them.
No, but I thought the side characters were really good. I think one character has more to give than what we've actually got. But I'll get onto that later.
Is that the one who was all like, "No, we can't get up now"?
Yeah, that was the one that was getting on with Graham.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
But just because they brought in a good actor, I thought they're definitely gonna try and do something with her. But there was this great scene where all their defences are destroyed, and I believe it's Graham first that goes, "Doctor, we got no defences. Doctor, there's too many of them." And then they're like, "Doctor, what are we gonna do?" And she goes, "I know, blah blah." And she has a right go at them, and she's like, "You guys have been so reckless with you. Get out now, leave. If you're human, you're compatible. Essentially, piss off. Like,
you're gonna die.
You need to go." Can we just talk about? I know normally get into characters at the end, but Jodie Whittaker this episode.
She's slowly becoming a darker, more rougher Doctor, and I love it. It's so good.
When Jodie Whittaker's given the script to do bits, she will do bits. You know?
Yeah.
To be fair, I think that was the issue with Series 11. I don't think she was given the scripts. Looking back,
yeah.
I don't think it was anything to do with her. I think she was doing solid with what she had. I just don't think she had the scripts to really go into that upper echelon. But I believe it had been an episode. It could have been in episode 1. We mentioned that Series 2 David Tennant it was not bad, but it wasn't great. Series 3 Tennant was when he hit a stride, and you said
was pinnacle, and then Series 4 was caricature of what
you don't like him as much in Series 4 then.
No, I think although it's supposed to be more of a comedic series with Catherine Tate and all of that, I do think that he sort of just became more of a caricature. In Series 3, he sort of developed all of the allons-y, yeah, well, all of that stuff. But then in Series 4, it was all like, I know, yeah, I know, yeah, you know?
I'm still saying you should make an impressions video.
I should.
Get those views, boy.
I should.
But I think for me, Jodie Whittaker, I can't wait, man. I just can't wait to see what she does next in Series 13 and beyond. But this scene was brilliant, and then we have the companions running away, and Ryan's such an idiot. He couldn't even run away properly. Well, it does annoy me because although I get the point. I get the point of splitting up the companions because, by the way, good to the BBC that they haven't announced who's leaving and who isn't. Because it means that we're all worried for everyone. Because although Toast and Cole's going to an American TV show, we've had no actual statement from the BBC staying.
I was going to say, wasn't it in the news a little while ago that Bradley Walsh was supposed to be leaving?
What was that, mate? You cut out. Sorry about
that. Wasn't it in the news a little while ago that Bradley Walsh was supposed to be leaving?
No, nothing on that. In fact,
my mum thought she saw something.
In fact, Bradley Walsh has always been. He said that he's been saying that he's back, but you can never trust what people say. See, I'm gonna be honest. If I was an actor, right, and I was asked, "Are you coming back next series or the series going on?" I'd be like, "No."
I'd always say no.
Just be like, "No," because then I am. It's like, for example, I remember I'm not a Game of Thrones fan, but when Jon Snow died in mid-series, and
mate, spoilers,
and they'd always say all the people in the media were like, "Is Jon Snow coming back?" And all the actors would go, "Can't say." And it's like, well, that just reveals that.
It just reveals it, really.
And
doesn't it? Yeah.
And that's why I'll give her credit because I really don't rate her as an actor. But this is where Maisie Williams did really well because she would always go, "No, it's dead. Why would he be coming back?" And I like that mentality in an actor. I think it works better. So for this, it's really good. So what happens is they're running away. They get to the ship with the other people, except Ryan, because he's an idiot, and he can't yet ride a bike. He can't yet ride a bike, remember, guys? By the way, I'll be honest, this is just because I'm disabled, I have a disability. I'm really annoyed how they just dropped it. I'm the disabled plotline. They could have done some really cool stuff with it. They did in Series 11, not here. There's not been one mention of it. Not once.
That has been.
No, it hasn't.
Oh, no, wait, sorry, that was a Doctor Who poop. I was thinking, in Orphan 55, he says to that girl, I can't yet ride a bike. And I was like, oh, way! Oh, I forgot.
But no,
Genuinely.
I think that's a drop plot line, but essentially Ryan doesn't get away, and he goes back to the doctor, and she's like, I thought I told you to fuck off. And he's like, yeah, I couldn't get away though, could I? So that...
I can't yet run away.
So that leaves Graham and Yaz with the other people and the doctor and Jodie. However, they run into another kid. This is the smart kid that you were talking about earlier, and then they have to run onto a cyber ship, and they're off somewhere. And then what did you think? Because this first 10 minutes for me was the best part of the episode. High stakes, high energy, octane. It was brilliant. I thought this was... Because going in, I don't want to sugarcoat this, but going into this finale, this is the most hyped I've been since watching Doctor Who. Because I started in Series 7.
Because he's a pleb.
And so in fact, I'd say this has got the best build-up since Journey's End.
He started watching in Series 7 and he wants to talk about Journey's End.
Well, you know what I mean. Someone on Journey's End. You get that point.
Just for everybody's notes, I started watching in 2005 when I was 4. Because I'm a die-hard Doctor Who fan.
Obviously, we've been watching Rory the Racing Car, mate. Rory the Racing Car was banging.
No, it was not. It was the worst thing in the world.
Better than, what was it, Fifi Flower Pot or whatever?
No, mate. Arthur. Arthur was the thing.
No, I said...
Every day when you're walking down the street...
I hate that TV show.
And everybody that you meet
has
an original point of view.
Only because there was an episode where someone got cancer and Mum was like, this is too much.
Yeah, there was.
Too much for him. So I just went back to watching Thomas the Tank with Ringo Starr.
Mate, Thomas the Tank as well. That was a good show.
But no, I was like, I'll be honest.
It's animated now. It's like fully 3D animated.
In terms of your hype for this finale,
I'm still talking about Thomas the Tank.
we need to do a podcast on Magic Railroad.
Oh, mate, we do. Oh, that would be an episode and a half, wouldn't it?
That'd be brilliant. But anyway, back to Doctor Who.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. You know, it's not like it's the thing that we're here to talk about for only 2 more weeks before we start doing other reps, and then we can start talking about Thomas the Tank Magic Railroad. But this, I don't know how have you been feeling going into the finale, because I've been so hyped all week, and then watching this episode, obviously I'll give my full on opinion as we get further, but this 10 minutes as well, I was ready.
Yeah.
This is the first time in a Who episode, probably since Time of the Doctor. No, Day of the Doctor. I'll be fair. Time of the Doctor come after. What the fuck am I on about? Where I had shivers shivers down my spine. I was ready for this. I was excited. Did you get that feeling with this? Were you as pumped up as I was?
I was excited for it. I don't get as excited over things as you do very often.
I'm not easily hypeable, but when I am hyped for something, I'm very hyped.
Yeah. I was very excited about this episode. Sure.
What do you think about the first 10 minutes though? Because this is my favourite part.
It was good. Yeah. Well, it was Doctor Who, wasn't it? It's going to be good. I like Doctor Who.
I just want to say, just to point out, because I think this series could have been a different flip of the coin. Last series, George told me off for being too negative.
Yes.
And this series, George has been, it's alright, stop doing it.
Well, yeah, it's Doctor Who. I like Doctor Who for Doctor Who. I don't really care if the episodes are good. I don't really care if the episodes are bad.
It's just about us doing a podcast. Every week he does a podcast. It's Doctor Who.
And it's just interesting hearing about other people's takes on the episode.
It's Doctor Who, isn't it? You know, who cares? So now we got this. We got 3 plot lines now going through. We got Graham and Yaz on the ship with the side characters. We got the Doctor, Ryan, and the other kids on the plane, and we got the Brendan story arc. Instead of doing it in order, I'll leave the Doctor one till last. What do you want to do first? Graham and Yaz or Brendan?
I honestly couldn't care less. Let's do Brendan.
Good old Brendan.
Because that's the interesting. Actually, let's keep that one to the last because that's the interesting one.
Cool. So let's talk about Yaz and Graham. First of all, there was a really nice moment between Yaz and Graham.
Where she laughs at him.
And she gives him a little cuddle on the arm. It was very kind.
You've come a long way, Graham.
To be fair, though...
Thanks, Cocker.
We got a cockle in this episode.
Yes, we did.
But genuinely, the issue with that scene, I don't like taking issue and I don't have to, but it seems all the development, especially, not for Graham maybe, but for the other characters, has come in the last 5 episodes. So they're like, you've come a long way. It's like... Yeah.
You haven't.
Not you, love. I feel really bad for Mandip. It's most of us just having a go at Mandip Gill. She was really good this week. I liked her this week.
I liked her this week as well.
We've said that for 3 weeks in a row. Get in, Yaz. But these guys...
Well done, Yaz. Well done.
So they have on this ship. It's not going well. It's about as functional as...
A jammy dodger.
Sure. And they're going into space, and then essentially they've lost fight. They're drifting into space, which Doctor Who got right. Avengers Endgame didn't get right, and that still pees me off to this day. That Avengers Endgame screwed that up. Do you know what I'm talking about?
How do they screw it up? I have no
idea. You know when Tony and Nebula are stuck in space, and the ship's literally just stuck? Yeah. It's not floating at all.
It is. It's just in one place.
It's like that's not how space works. But no, Doctor Who got it right. So what's more superior? I think Doctor Who. I love Endgame, by the way. I cried. This, though, I think was the weaker of the 3 story arcs. Would you say? This was the one when they cut back to. This is the one that I was least interested in.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, get back to the good shit. And they spent a lot of time with them as well.
Not that this was bad, but essentially, as George said in his synopsis, they go through the field of cyber parts. So you get to see some really cool Easter eggs of different designs as well, if you're looking close enough. And then we get some nice character development. They get that moment between Graham and that character. I'm really bad remembering names.
They honestly did not. They barely gave any names this time. I don't remember them saying like any names, except the kid who died, who is a mute, which is a very odd thing to do. I think he's a Time Lord.
I think he's a Time Lord.
Everybody's a Time Lord this series. You get another life. You get a life. We all get another life.
It's amazing, isn't it? You gotta love it. But no, the issue with this as well, right? So they bought a blimmin' a cyber. What is it? What they call it? A cyber warship.
Cyber warriors. Oh, that's like a cyber carrier.
Yeah, that's the TV show. Cyber warriors. No.
I called it the Star Destroyer.
So yeah, they bought the Star Destroyer. Sure. And
he used the Star Wars term.
it's sure they did that. Why not, eh? And they get on there and they're like, oh my god, the Cybermen. That's something I got annoyed at. Why on a cyber warship would you not think there'd be Cybermen on it, wouldn't it? It annoyed me. But when they get on there, we get the sexy designs of the new Cybermen. By the way, what do you think of these? Please tell me you like them, because these are the best looking ones of the new series. Apart from the Lone Cyberman. You're very blunt today with your responses. You're like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah, well, it's good, no? Everything's good.
Got nothing to say apart from the fact it's good?
I love Doctor Who! That's what I have to say.
I think you're a fake fan.
You do not know me.
No, I do. I'm joking. But do you like the fact they've taken... This kind of seems like Chibnall's thing of just taking small bits from classic Who, but giving it a redesign. So like these are very Invasion-esque.
In all fairness, that's what everybody wants.
Oh no, I'm not saying it's wrong. I like it, but I'm just saying...
I like it too.
Do you think that... Do you like this design? Do you like that way of going? Or would you prefer to completely new go at it? Maybe.
No, I like it. I they're playing it safe. That's okay. You know, like, is what it is.
It is.
Is what it is. What it
It
is.
is what it is. I agree. I'm so happy that we agree on for something. How important to you are designs of creatures and stuff? If it's a bad design, do you care? Do you not care?
I do care. I think the design of a monster carries the story really. I don't like the arc reactors. I still don't.
No, I think
they literally put those in because Iron Man.
they were like.
Let's be honest. That was what.
How
they were
can we
thinking.
be popular with the kiddies and sell the toys? Oh look.
How can we be popular with the kiddies? Never say that to me again. But yeah, so yeah, the reason they did that was purely because they were like, "Oh, Iron Man."
The only thing that really connected the Doctor and the Graham and Yaz story up was the lone Cyberman was chasing Graham and Yaz. However, he was always in contact with the Doctor.
He was always in contact with the
I
Doctor.
liked that part. And the lone Cyberman was always chasing, and when he got there, again, the fear ramped up. I was worried for our companions when he arrived. And there's that brilliant shot. You see Graham and Julie Graham's character, who is Ravio, run through the door, and then just as the door closed, here comes the lone Cyberman, and it's so good. I love it when Doctor Who is directed brilliantly. Jamie Stone did a good job. Obviously, Chibnall on the writing on this one was great as well. Chibnall though, I think to be fair, this time last year, if we went back in time and told ourselves Chris Chibnall's going to write the best episode of Doctor Who next series, we would have gone.
No, he's not. He's gonna fucking steal Christmas and
He still has.
ruin the show. Yeah.
But this is brilliant. And then as they get back, they can't escape. Yaz does a brilliant thing where she tries to contact the Doctor, but now I feel is a good time to skew on to the Doctor's storyline, because that's sort of where we end the Yaz and Graham storyline. So now the Doctor, she's with Ryan and the kid.
Yeah,
and
Billy the kid.
Billy the kid, and she has a brilliant moment with the lone Cyberman on the phone. It's on the Skype. Sure, we'll call it intergalactic Skype. And didn't she bring out? Didn't Ryan get a bit annoyed, like a bit sick from the cyber travel, and she brought out some humbugs?
Yeah, and she's all like, "Have a humbug."
Humbugs are grim, by the way.
No, they're not. They're just mint.
They're horrible. I don't like them. I prefer mint Imperials, me.
No, don't go there.
What's wrong with mint Imperials, like?
It's where we're. Don't worry.
Oh, is there like a bad story related to mint Imperials or something?
No, I like a mint Imperial. I'm joking.
I feel like you're not. I feel like
it's fine.
I feel like I've unearthed something. Doctor's on our way to supposedly Koshamus. We think Koshamus is a planet. It's like Utopia. The skies are made of diamond. I can't do that accent, but
the skies are made of diamond.
That's definitely not it.
He's like, my mum used to say, the skies are made of diamonds. It's like, really, Cree? Really, Toby from Tracy Beaker?
Right. But as the what
was that? What was that transaction?
Transaction. Yeah.
You went. Right. I made a funny, and you just went quiet.
But as the Doctor arrives on Koshamus, she realises that Koshamus is not a place; it's a people.
It's a people. It's a person.
Did you get the reference?
It's not a place. It's a people.
Did you get the reference?
I didn't.
Asgard. It's not a place. It's a people.
Oh, okay. I didn't get that reference because it was a shit reference.
What?
That's a bad reference.
What?
Because you hadn't mentioned Asgard at all, and you just said it's a people. I thought you were saying it's people in an Italian accent.
Bring it up more, Gino DeCampo.
It's a people. You know?
But as the Doctor arrives at Koshamus, she's like, what's going on here? What can you offer them? And he's like, well, I can't offer them anything, but if you go down near the beach, a thing will open, and it's a nice purple vortex in the sky, like the end of any superhero movie. And as the vortex opens up, what is it? It's Gallifrey, and this is where my issues with the episode start to come in.
Yeah?
Only because it's the exact same shot from episode 2 of Gallifrey as a still image, and it annoys me. just because I know those things. And it annoys me. But no, then we get the best thing to happen to Doctor Who in 2020. Sacha Dhawan's Master pops out and he's like, "That's
Alex has a crush on him.
do you know what? I wouldn't say you're wrong." That was quite an entrance, wasn't it? And then we get the line. Well, we didn't get the same line from Spy, but we got, "Doctor, remember I told you, everything is about to change." And then that's sort of where the episode ends. But we have to go back to Ireland. Now, we'll wrap this up really quickly because it's essentially a time lapse of his life. It's like one of your drawings, mate.
That was a bad prompt.
I tried to. What's up with you? Why haven't you been talking in the last? Why haven't you been talking in the last 10 minutes?
Because I'm drawing, mate. I'm trying to focus on this.
I've been like pulling G. What do you think of this? But no, what do you think of the Doctor plotline for this? Because I think it was okay, but it was shorter in context to the rest of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it's supposed to be intriguing and opening up a bunch of doors, isn't it, really?
Yes.
I feel like that's why this one's a lot shorter than the rest of them.
Especially for the
I
Doctor.
liked it. There's a lot of mystery here that I'm looking forward to seeing next episode.
Yes, definitely. And I thought it was brilliant. And then we have the Brendan thing. I don't know how to feel about this. I think if it doesn't stick the landing, it's gonna suck. But if it's really cool, it'd be really cool.
Yeah.
We talked about theories and stuff. Are you going with the fact that Gallifreyans are like offshoots of humans and what have you?
So I had a theory that was a thing. The more I think about it, it's probably not. But I like the idea. Well, I don't like the idea, but maybe that Gallifreyans were originally humans and they just like settled on Gallifrey and built a load of shit up. But that's not a thing because the Citadel of the Time Lords is still there and stuff like that.
Because the interesting thing for me at the end is that Brendan knows this is coming. You can tell he just knows.
Yeah, but he falls off the cliff, and then that night at dinner, his dad's looking at him weird, and he's looking at his dad weird. Yeah. And I think he suspects that his dad isn't, or thinks that something's up and isn't quite okay with it. And also, I think that he'd notice if his dad didn't age.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? So, like, I don't know if he knew what was going to happen, but I think he knew that, like, things weren't quite right.
Well, no, because there was something with the clock. They put it on the side and the camera pans
Oh,
it.
Yeah.
So the clock's got something to do with it.
That's why I think he's a Time Lord. I think his Time Lord consciousness is inside that clock.
Maybe.
There you go.
But no, I just... Ooh, this is a tricky one, isn't it? It sets up a lot for next week. We'll go into scores on the doors first before we talk about the potential for next... You've seen the trailer, I assume, for next week. Because I really want to talk about next week.
It's mental, yeah.
So then,
we see the timeless child at one point who is being offered the Master's hand.
So, it's your turn to go first for scores on the doors this week. What?
I really like this episode. I was on the edge of my seat. I'm giving this a 9.5.
You're giving it a 9.5?
Yeah, because I'm waiting for the next episode to be a 10. Man.
Oh, see, because you've kind of downplayed this in the review. You haven't said much. You're just like, it's really solid. And I was thinking,
I was
thinking, oh, does he not really like it?
No, man.
I'm gonna go great. 9 for me because I always prefer an ending. I know a lot of people prefer setup. But for me, it's like Rise of Cybermen, Age of Steel. Prefer Age of Steel. I don't know why. I think a lot of people prefer Rise of Cybermen, but I don't know. I just love the side characters we meet. I like
Pete Tyler.
Pete Tyler. What's the blonde dude? Jake. Mrs. M. Mrs. Moore.
Mrs. Moore. So we don't have any weapons anymore.
No.
Or we got Messens. Mrs. Moore.
I love Flesh and Stone. You get the point. I love the second part, and I think if this this is really good and sets up a lot. I'm happy that we didn't get everything in the same episode. So I don't think Ruth's Doctor will come back, and I'm okay with that. If she does, fine. But I don't think she'll come back this series. I'm happy that Jack isn't in it. In retrospect, it wouldn't have worked for me. I'm happy that he although fine he was in for fan service alone, but it sets up the hype for next series when he will be back, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Doctor Who is you never it can be okay that people just pop up for 2 minutes because that means that the world,
the universe is so vast.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. And the longer the time takes, I don't think they would want Jack back if they weren't already talking to Barrowman about next series. There's no... Also, as Barrowman said, he's going to do it at the drop of a hat. So, I would be so surprised if they didn't bring him back. And also, I think bringing back the series in a main app would have been way too difficult.
Yeah.
Because it would have just leaked. Whereas now they can announce Captain Jack is back for Series 13 in episode 1 and 2 or something. And it would work better. But next week, man, it looks like a Doctor Master episode, and I'm so excited. I love a good Doctor Master episode, because the issue, right, I don't like the end of time as a whole episode. I love the bits from the Doctor and Master. That's my only issue with Sound of Drums and Last of Time Lords. We don't get much of it because the Doctor's an old little thing.
Yeah.
We didn't get that interaction. I always liked Peter Capaldi and Missy, but that's just because they had such an interesting relationship. But we've already seen 13 and the Master in one episode, and I already really engaged with their relationship. And it seems that I don't think they're working together, but it kind of seems like the Master's being her tour guide right now. And as you said, I didn't see this shot of the Master giving his hand out to the Timeless Child.
Did you not?
No.
I rewatched a trailer right now on YouTube. There's a new one.
I'll rewatch it right now.
There's like the next time. I'm not talking about the next time trailer that was at the end of the episode. I'm talking about the trailer they released last night.
By the way, I'm just saying, I know I've been a fanboy, but I'm so happy that the don't forget to click below and subscribe has turned to Sasha Dewan. Whew. Brilliant. Right, let's go. I haven't seen this yet.
Yeah, so watch it. It's like I think it's like a minute long or something. There's a shot which looks like a long coat with a hand.
Oh, I'm gonna debunk you now. In the background, there's the purple portal in the Gallifrey thing. He's holding it out to the Doctor.
Huh?
In the background of that shot, there's the purple background of the Gallifrey portal thing. He's holding it out to the Doctor.
Oh, okay.
I'm just watching this quickly. No. This is mad, man. Like, this is... Oh my god, there's like so many Cybermen. This is mad! This is... Oh, we're getting the... This is...
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what
Man.
Alex is like when he jizzes.
The thing is... I don't know, the thing is you're right, but then you said the jizz thing and I just...
Whoa! Okay, hang on.
I thought you were going to say... This is what it's like when I watch a trailer, because I am like this, and I do like squee a little bit when I watch a trailer. You're a lot more reserved than me. But then you went, I was about to go, you know what, you're right. And then you went, this was something you jizzed. I was like, no. But dude, I like the fact, again, and this isn't because I just like Sasha Dewan, but I like the fact that trailer was centered around the villain. You had a lot of Cybermen, had a lot of the Master. It seemed like this is the Master's episode. Because I want to delve into the mind of this Master, because what they need to establish in this episode is why he blew up Gallifrey. It doesn't need to be right, because it won't be. But we need to establish why he thought that. It's the Thanos complex.
Yeah.
It's the Thanos complex, where we understood why Thanos was...
Don't call it the Thanos complex.
Okay, fine. You know what I mean, though.
Hitler complex.
I'm,
He thinks he's doing the right thing, but doing the bad.
yeah, sure. That's what I'm going with.
That's what Hitler was doing.
I was going to bring it back to, we always knew why Thanos...
We'll just call it the Thanos complex.
I'm calling it the Thanos complex. We knew what Thanos was doing from the off. We didn't agree with him, but we saw his reasoning for doing what he did.
Yeah.
And we need to get that here. Because I don't want it to be Doctor's right, Master's wrong. I mean, obviously that is actually what is going on, but I want to kind of sort of get the, oh yeah, I sort of see where he's coming from in a twisted way.
Yeah.
But no, is there any theories, predictions? We talked about theories. Any predictions for this next step?
My prediction is that the episode will start off with the Doctor and the Master stealing a TARDIS to go and save Graham and Yaz.
I disagree.
Yeah?
Because there are shots of there are shots of that trailer where somehow Ryan, Graham and Yaz are in the field together. So maybe that is, but I think Ryan somehow links... Maybe Ryan goes and saves them. They're getting saved. There's no way they're dying then and there.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're in the trailer. It sort of ruins.
No,
it,
but they're in
yeah,
the trailer in the same room, so I guess it's fine. They can just cut it from the other angle, because in this episode we saw it from Ashad's point of view when he was coming in the room. We didn't see it from theirs, so I guess they can just recut it. But anyway, I think that is going to wrap it up for episode 5, 6.
I don't know. I don't really care.
You're not in a very caring mood this week, are you?
No, mate, I'm not.
What's up?
Nothing's up. I don't care what episode it is. We're having fun.
I'll tell you now, because I hate being wrong. It's episode 5. This is episode 5.
Ah, for someone who hates being wrong, you aren't half wrong.
Yeah, I just try my best not to be, you know.
You should probably not
Anything
do that.
you want to plug before we wrap this up?
Except, no, that was going to be a bad joke. Not a lot. Just my regulars. Check out my YouTube channel where the latest of this one's gonna be, or the what am I saying? The latest thumbnail is gonna be up and everything. So check that out.
Sexy.
Indeed.
I just want to say to you, George, that I'm definitely buying you a Doctor Who Build-A-Bear for your birthday.
Build-A-Bear.
I'm buying you a Doctor Who Build-A-Bear for your birthday.
Oh my god! But my birthday's not for like months. You can't.
I'll buy it as a leaving present then. Fine.
No, buy it now. Give it
just
to me
now. Screw getting the pre-order. That's
right now.
Run out.
Get me a Jodie Whittaker Build-A-Bear.
You want Jodie Whittaker?
I want the Jodie Whittaker one because the David Tennant one is just a bear with a suit.
Yeah, they've been too fit.
I want the little trench coat. And
only so you can try and wear it. Only so you can try and wear it. Like,
no. Oh, wouldn't it be amazing? Can you get the trench coat for the David Tennant one?
You can do a mix match if you want to, but you'd have to buy.
Nah, what's the point?
No, so I mean, the David Tennant bear and the Jodie Bear base is the same bloody bear.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. They just have the Doctor Who logo on their paw.
Oh, are they?
And then you can buy all the.
No, because I'd want a brown trench coat so I could dress up like my bear.
Fair enough. Anyway, guys, check out my socials. You can follow. You can follow me on Twitter at AlexKing_Dom. Subscribe to the Planet Zog channel if you haven't already. But I'll be surprised if you're listening to episode 6. However, it is a review of the series finale, part 1 of Doctor Who, and we'll see you guys next week for The Timeless Children. I wonder who that will be. Until then, guys.
It's not this podcast.
What if me and you are the Timeless Children?
We're not the Timeless Children because we're adults.
Not anymore. See you guys next week.
Goodbye.